Welcome back to my videos, to my podcast. It is great to have you back. Today we're talking about a great subject, and that is coordinating some of your benefits that you get from the federal government so that they work the best together. It is one thing to know the inner workings of how a single benefit works, but knowing actually how to implement it along with your other benefits and how that all works together and plays together and actually is applicable in a real life situation, now that is a lot more valuable. So today we're going to talk about how your FEHB plays in with maybe a FSA account and with your dental and vision insurance. See how that all plays together, see what makes sense in choosing between all these options and which options to use, right? How to use them all together to really help and improve your financial future. And to start out, I think it is a no-brainer, and I think many of you know this already, that your FEHB program is extremely valuable, and that in most cases, 99% of cases, you should be enrolled in your FEHB, not only because it is super cost effective, the government flips a lot of the premium, the percentage of the premium, right? You only pay a small portion of it. And the program is very good. It covers a lot of things. So I think we have to get that off the counter and say, hey, that is extremely valuable, and 99% of federal employees should be taking advantage of your FEHB. What I'm going to cover today in the rest of the video and podcast is how we coordinate that with maybe a potential FSA and your dental and vision insurance. And many people wonder, well, do I even need the dental and vision plan? Is that important to me? And so I'm going to go over a few things that you should be thinking about to make sure that whatever decision you make, whether you need it or you don't, it makes sense for you. And the first thing is anything under the dental and vision plan already covered under your FEHB plan that you have already? Many of the national FEHB plans don't cover dental and vision expenses, but many of the local FEHB HMO kind of like plans, they actually do. And maybe some of the high deductible plans as well, they do cover some dental expenses, some vision expenses. So make sure you kind of look at both of those to see you're not paying twice for the same coverage of the same things, and that could help you. That's the first thing you want to look at when trying to decide if you need the dental and vision insurance. And the next thing to think about is kind of a no-brainer, but kind of not at the same time. You have to look at the likelihood of you needing the dental and vision insurance, right? Because it does cost money, it does cost premium. You have to pay those every month, whatever it is, or every paycheck, however it comes out. And so what is the likelihood if you wear glasses or you have some known dental issues or orthodontics that are coming up for your kids, if there's known things, so like, hey, I'm going to need some help paying for this stuff, then maybe it makes sense. But maybe you don't have glasses, maybe you don't have extreme needs, maybe you say, hey, I'll just save the money I would pay for premiums, and if something comes up with my teeth, okay, I'll pay that, but I'll just flip the bill myself, I'll take that risk myself. That's kind of the question you have to ask yourself. What's the likelihood of me actually needing this coverage, or am I just wasting my money on premiums? And one strategy that some federal employees use and really like is instead of paying their premiums every month or every paycheck or whatever it comes out to, every month into the dental and vision program, they use that money they would have used and put it in an FSA, where an FSA account, you put in pre-tax dollars right out of your paycheck, so you never pay taxes on that money, and that money you can use then for medical expenses that come up. So if you are one of those people like, hey, I don't think I'm going to need much, maybe in the occasional dental thing, maybe the occasional this, that, maybe this option might make sense. You have some money to pull from, so if something comes up, you could cover it, but you're not constantly paying into a program that you don't necessarily think you'll need down the road. And now some people use a different approach where they say, hey, I'm going to use both. I'm going to get the insurance for the dental and vision, but I'm also going to have an FSA. So basically, I'll have that coverage, so they'll pay for glasses, they'll pay for a lot of things, right? But any co-pays, any deductibles, co-insurance, that kind of stuff, I can pay for money out of my FSA. So that's obviously the more expensive option, but it will limit out-of-pocket costs down the road. So you have to look at all these options, see what makes sense for you, to coordinate all these things, see what's covered under which plans, and really make an educated decision and not just a guess. Like, okay, I probably need this, but do you? Have you looked at what your FEHB covers already? Have you looked at the likelihood of you using these things, what it actually costs to get a dental exam or checkup. What does that actually cost? Does it make sense to get insurance just to cover it and not have to worry about it? Or maybe like, hey, I'm willing to take that risk on myself, save in an FSA to get some tax benefits, but other than that, I'm willing to take it on. Again, it's a personal decision based on your personal risk tolerance and life situation. Whatever you're dealing with and whatever things are affecting your financial situation, you have to take those into account to get the best and optimal outcome for you. And I hope this video and this podcast will kind of give you an introduction of how things work together, where you have access to many, many benefits with the federal government. But it doesn't mean they're all perfect for you, and doesn't mean that you need to use them all. You have to look at the large cafeteria of what the options you have and say, okay, for me, I want this, and this. This will limit my expenses as much as possible, but will maximize the benefits that I actually care about. So that's kind of the process in your mind that you need to go through to kind of get the most out of these things and to think through the process. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any follow-up questions about your situation, I'd be happy to help. Just shoot me an email, put it in the comments below. I'll try to get to you as soon as I possibly can. But until next time, have a great day.